welcome back to our fabulous energy and
Sure. Thank you, Pam. Hi, everyone. It's lovely to see you here. Hi, Laura Lee. Hi, Heather. Hi, Cherry. Thank you for joining us. It is brilliant to have you here. So, Pam, I've just noticed that have you just muted on StreamYard? Because I don't know if you were unmuted when you were talking. Because Cherry said that she couldn't hear you. So in a minute, when we switch back, we'll have to make sure that we mute and unmute on Instagram on StreamYard. So basically what Pam was saying was, welcome everyone. Welcome to Energy Insights. Every month, Pam and I go live to talk to 6 cats and to share with you what they need, feel, and what's going on with them. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm a holistic cat therapist, and I use chakra sensing and cat communication to tune in to the cat to basically get a sense of their energy, their emotion, and I can help the guardian to understand what's going on. So I'm able to find the frequency of the cat and give that back to the guardian to share with them what they can do to help their cat to be happy, healthy, and well. Pam uses muscle testing and a pendulum to do that with. So I'm going to go first because Pam's having cuddles and I don't want to interrupt that with her having to deal with the cat. So I'm going to keep going, Pam, if that's okay, and go first so that you can continue having cuddles. Okay, so let's see. Let's get my first pussycat. So we've got Maya. Where am I? So share screen, window, Maya. Nope, hang on. I'm getting there, people. Aha, there we go. So Maya's guardian is Sandra, and she's joining us on Facebook. So Sandra, can you let us know if you are on Facebook, please? We always like to make sure that the guardians that we're working with are here and they're present, because sometimes Pam and I have additional questions. Sometimes we need clarification. Sometimes we might pick up on something and just need to kind of refine it a little. So we might feel or sense something, but in order to get to how we can help the cat with that, we need to be able to ask a couple more questions. So I can't see Sandra at the moment. If you are there, my love, I really would appreciate if you drop us a comment. If not, I will ask somebody else and we will try with someone else whilst hopefully you can join us a bit later. Okay, so in that case, let's try Emma. Emma with Jax, are you here on Facebook? Let's put Pam back up while we're trying to find the right person. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's here just yet. Okay, let's try. Who's my third one? Amanda on YouTube. Amanda and Bassett. Am I live on Facebook and YouTube? Yep. Okay. Any of the above? Amanda, Sandra, Emma. Oh, Justina, we've submissions are now closed, I'm afraid. We ask everybody to complete a Google form and submit details about their cat, because there's quite a few questions that we have to ask. So submissions actually closed now for this month. Okay. So Pam, seeing as none of my 3 ladies are here, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disrupt your cat cuddles and pass it over to you. So I'm going to mute myself everywhere and then pass it back, my love.
Okay, can you hear me now? Yes.
You just need to unmute on StreamYard.
Okay, it's unmuted. Okay, so you guys should be able to hear me. I hope so. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We're excited to see what's going on. Let me pull up my first cat, Pushkin, and I'm going to share my screen. Just a second. Here we go. Okay, look at this handsome. Okay. There you go. That's perfect. Yeah. Okay, so this is what Anastasia. Anastasia, are you here? I need to check and see if you are here. This is going to be a really short show if we don't have any pet parents here. So let's see. Anastasia should be joining us on Facebook. I don't see you here. Not yet. Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on. Is Allison here on YouTube? We're looking for Allison. We're going to look for Allison on YouTube. Let's see. Going once, going twice. Boy, the energy's weird, isn't it? Okay, let's see if is Anthea here on YouTube. Hi, Georgia Cat Daddy. How are you? Okay, we're looking for Anthea for Snaggletooth on YouTube. I don't see you here yet either. Okay, so Julianne, I'm going to pass it back to you because I think Mara's here. So I'm going to mute.
Who is here, Pam?
Laura with Emmy. She's on Facebook.
That's not one of mine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well. Okay. Okay, hang on a second, everyone, while we look at who is here. The reason that we ask people to be present is because we email them to say, you're going to be live tonight. We might need to ask additional questions, etc. Pam and I try to... Oh, hang on a second. I'm trying to let you know on YouTube that I'm here, but I can't. Amara Gentum. What is what username? Who is that? So we email everybody to let them know that you have been successful. And the reason that we do that is because Pam and I work on a first come, first served basis. So we try to work with as many people as we can. And if some people submit a duplicate cat or, you know, have we worked with their cat before, we will go to like the next person. So Pam and I always email out to say like, congratulations, you've been successful. And we ask that you attend the live. We don't just open the floor up to everyone because we're trying to represent as many people as we can. And we also know that there are some people that have lodged every month and we're trying to make sure we get to as many as we can. So although we've emailed people and unfortunately they're not here, we might have to look at the list and see, Pam, who is here that we can work with. So GA Cat Daddy, I see you lodged a form, but it looked like it was on behalf of a client. So I don't know if it's actually your cat. If it's not your cat, I don't think it's appropriate for us to work with the cat without the guardian's permission and without them being present. So I'm going to skip on that one. Moira, let's have a look and see where your form is. And who did you want? Muscle testing. Chakra sensing. Okay, cool. Let's give that one a go. Let's see if I can, because the other problem that we have is not everybody's pictures are, for me, I can't work with everybody's pictures because they're sometimes fuzzy. Moira, brilliant. She's fine. Okay. Right. Let's do this then. So Pam, do you want to do, have you got the Energy Insight submission form intake there with you? Do you want to have a look and see if there's any others that you can drop in the comments and see if anyone else from muscle testing is present? Oh, I've just noticed Amanda. So Amanda's here. She was one of mine, wasn't she? Amanda. Brilliant. Okay, great. So we'll do Moira first, Moira with Emmy, and then we'll do Amanda. So Amanda, hang about and we'll get to you. So let me save the picture. Oh. Hey, buddy. a Leo down here. Pam, you just need to mute on Instagram while we do this one. He came home he'd lost his collar today. Right. Goodness sake. Present. Mm-hmm. Okay. Moira, here we go. Emmy. My sweet Emmy is 17 years old. She's on thyroid medication and a kidney care diet. She sometimes limps a little. I'm wondering if she has arthritis, and if so, should I get her medication for it? I'm going away for almost 2 weeks in August. My niece is coming to stay with Emmy. Okay, so Moira, just a caveat, I won't be testing for medication. Okay, so Pam and I, we are not vets. We are not medical professionals in terms of being able to prescribe any form of medication. So we will not be commenting on that tonight. What we can do and what we will do is we work with energy. We work with energy and emotion. So we will be able to share with you how she feels, what she can feel in her body, what's going on emotionally and energetically. But I cannot and I will not talk about medication or prescription. So I'm afraid that if you wanted advice with that, you'd need to seek a medical professional. But I'm more than happy to connect with her and see what she's got to share with you if that's something that you would still like to receive from her this evening. So drop a comment and let me know. So Pam, whilst we're just waiting for confirmation from Moira, who is it that you've got walking around you? Because all I can see are these little fairies. Come off mute and show me. Is that Skylar or Breeze? Is that, oh, she's so so beautiful. Right, Moira. Moira said understood. Okay, let's do it then. Right, let's see what this beautiful girl has got to say. Okay, just give me a second, everybody. Oh God, her body feels really warm. My cheeks are about to start going red. I can feel all of the energy. It's just like pulsing through my body. Like so much. Oh, Jesus. So much heat. So generally with my experience is that if there's a lot of energy, a lot of heat, there's potential for inflammation. Again, I'm not diagnosing. I'm telling you what I feel. And in my experience, what that has been connected to. So I would think about putting down some really cool color fabric. So I'm talking like probably like a light blue color. Okay, some really nice light blue fabric because it will help to cool her energy. Okay, I'd also think about offering peppermint essential oil. So to do this, you get a good quality, high grade essential oil, and you put one single drop of oil on a piece of fabric that's the size of your hand. Okay, you put the drop right in the middle. And with the essential oil on the fabric, it soaks into the fabric. So make sure that you've got cotton and put that piece of fabric with the peppermint essential oil on the floor. Okay, do not add to food. Do not apply topically to the cat. You're using self-selection principles, which means that you are enabling this beautiful girl. Is it Emmy? Did you say? Yeah, to be able to self-select. So I feel that if she has the option to enjoy peppermint, it will help to calm her energy. It will help to bring any warmth in her body down, okay, and to shift it. So peppermint's really cooling. Think about us humans, when you've got an upset tummy, you have a cup of peppermint tea because it soothes the stomach acid. I'm not saying she's got an issue in her tummy, but I just think overall energetically she would benefit from having the option to work with peppermint oil. If you're not comfortable using essential oil, that's absolutely fine. You can use the dried herb, get some dried peppermint, or you can even open a tea bag. So get a peppermint tea bag, okay? Get a little towel or blanket and pop it on the floor, empty out the tea bag onto the towel or the blanket and let her do what she needs to. You may find she rubs and rolls around on it, or you might find that she licks a little at it, and that'll be absolutely fine as long as you let her take what she needs to. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, Moira, I would ask if you're anxious about going away. I can't see comments actually. Let me just go back to... You use essential oils, brilliant. I would ask if you're anxious about going away, because I feel like from her there is this like nervousness, and it's not actually from her. So I wonder if there's nervousness in the house, or whether you're getting more and more anxious about going away. Did you say that in the form? No, just that you're going away. Fine. Yeah, there is this nervousness in her, which again if there's nervousness and stress, if you think about the vibration of that, it can build up in the body. So talk to her. Okay, tell her what's going on. Tell her where you're going. Tell her that you will be coming back. Tell her who's looking after her. Tell her what the plan is. Okay, I get the sense that she likes routine and she likes consistency, and the fact that you're going to be leaving will be a shift for her. She just needs a little reassurance that you're coming back, a little reassurance that you will not forget her when you're gone. There's something with her around being held, and I don't mean like physically. I mean, when you're away, if you've got the option to take a picture with you, I would really advise you do that. And if you've got capacity to, look at her, connect with her, tell her that you love her even when you're away from home. Hold her in your thoughts. Okay, that's going to be really important for you to still feel connected with her whilst you're away, but also to help her feel connected to you, to understand that you are coming back and that she will be safe. A little anxious about going away. Yeah, I thought she tells me she can feel it from you. Okay, so you need to use your voice. You need to talk to her. Tell her what's going on. Tell her that you're nervous. We as guardians, there are so many of us, myself included, that try to hide our emotions from our cats, and it's absolutely pointless, because sometimes they can feel it before we're even able to articulate it. Okay, so it's really important to share with her how you feel. And as they say, what's the old adage? A problem shared is a problem halved, or something like that. But basically, like, when you share your troubles, they ease. So talk to her, be present with her, tell her what's going on. Okay, so she needs the stuff before you go away. There is something for her that is like, there's like a ritual element. So you putting down this light blue fabric, offering her the peppermint, they need to be separate. Don't put the peppermint onto the color, because they're different vibration, different frequencies. She's sharing with me that there's something around you doing it before you go, almost in terms of like preparing her and being present with her and offering it to her so that you see her before you leave. That's what she shares. I will be fine. I just need you to feel me. I've had a lot of cats say that to me recently. Okay. All right, my darling. So it's really funny. She's like, and that's it. And then she's gone back into this kind of like little sort of shell almost. It was almost like let me just come off sharing a minute. It was almost like she was kind of like happy to talk and be open and have this connection. But actually what I feel from her is that she doesn't give love easily. She doesn't connect or trust particularly easily. So for her to be open and to share that with me, and obviously with you guys, was really kind of brave for her to do. I don't know what her temperament's like, whether this is resonating at all for you, Moira. But have a think about those things before you go away. Okay, make a real ritual out of being present with her, offering her the peppermint tea. Like I said, if you've got it, or you can always offer other herbs as well. Like I do a great herb garden, which is called Anxiety. And if you want to put other herbs down for her, you can, but see what you feel drawn to do. And like I said, if you're comfortable with essential oils, I would try that, because the oil came through first. So essential oils are much more concentrated than the herb. So if you are comfortable with oils, I would offer that first. And you could always perhaps leave the peppermint down with your, who is your family member? With your niece, I want to say. Yes, you could always leave the herb down whilst you're away. Okay, so never leave cats unattended with essential oils. So I would try that. Try the color, try the essential oil, talk to her. Okay, be present with her and share with her how you feel. That will really help her to shift her energy. Okay, I hope that's been helpful, and I will mute myself now. And GA Cat Daddy, totally agree with that. Problem shared is a problem halved. A joy shared is a joy doubled. Absolutely love that. Right, I'm going to go on mute and pass over to gorgeous Pam.
Okay, I was looking through to see if there was any other candidates for muscle testing. I don't see them here in the comments. Sharon, if you were here, if you're watching, let me know. I can maybe tap into that. And let me just put this out again. So if Anastasia is here, if Allison is here, and if Anthea is here, please let us know, because I would love to tap in and help your kitty. But if not, then I will pass it back to Julianne and see if one of your other peeps is here. Is anybody else here? So, hey, Danielle, nice to see you. So, yeah, I was also going to draw a card. I've got a beautiful cat deck from Love and Above Cat Club, which I think is so fun. If you guys haven't checked out Love and Above Cat Club, be sure to go look at her stuff. Her stuff is so cool. This is a cat spirit. It's called Spirit Guides. I'm sorry, it's called Spirit Cats. And it's an inspirational card deck, which is really fun to play with. So, Julianne, what do you think? Should I just draw a card for the people that aren't here, just to put some stuff out? Even though I'm not working on their cats directly, I can just draw a card and see what, because it doesn't require any feedback.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame they're not here. If anybody else is live with us that has submitted their cat, drop a comment and let us know. But yeah, I would do that, Pam. Go for it and pull cards for people that have submitted to you with the cat that you can work with. Pop them up on screen so we can see them and see what comes through.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Okay, so let me pull this up. Okay. All right, so this is Snaggletooth. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to briefly read what was submitted by Anthea, and then I'm going to draw a card and see what the universe would like to share, okay? So Anthea says, every night he walks around the house meowing, keeping me awake. So let's see, what does the universe would like Anthea to know about Snaggletooth and his very vocalization at night. Okay, so pull this down. We're going to cut the deck. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this card is called Solitude. And it says, meet Libby. She sits contentedly in the center of the sky. Everything is vast, still, and quietly beautiful. The wind might rustle a song out of the leaves, but she is far from human voices and other meows and hisses. Lily contains the sweet, peaceful expanse of solitude. She will return to the world soon, but for now, let's not disturb her. Find your own space to meet yourself. Perhaps it is in the woods, or perhaps it is on a crowded dance floor with your eyes closed. When you are alone, it is easier to hear from your own voice, to discern your longings, and to rekindle faith in yourself. So maybe that's really a message for the mom. So I think that's powerful. So find your own space to meet yourself. When you're alone, it is easy to hear your own voice, discern your own longings, and rekindle faith in yourself. So maybe that is the message that Snaggletooth is trying to share with his mama, Anthea. So yeah, we're just going to go with that because that's what the universe draws us to. Okay, Julianne, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Lovely. Thanks, Pam. So Chris has commented on Instagram, Chris, the Sprout Queen. She submitted one of her cats, Amber. I know she's worked with you. And I'm just wondering whether I've worked with Chris with one of her other cats. She submitted it for chakra sensing, but because one of my chakra sensing has come now back online, have a look at this and see if you at the form and see if it's one that you can do any mind, body, spirit release work with, because it's about grief. So do you want to take a look at the form, response number 6, and see if it's one that you can support her with while I do. Who did we have? Amber online. Where have you gone? Amanda, even. Oh, it's all gone a bit wonky tonight, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Right. Amanda, tell me if you are still here on Instagram. Are you still with me? With us, Stephen? Pam, do you want to stop sharing your cat on StreamYard, my love? Oh. Right. I'm here. Right, let's do it. Amanda, okay. So we've got the gorgeous Basset. So let me find. Let's do this. Right. Share screen. Oh, Jane Adriana here. Hello, my loves. Hello, hello. Okay. So hopefully you can see the gorgeous Basset. Amanda shares that he has had behavioural issues for about 5 years, which started after a bout of dental pain. He is fearful of our 3 other cats and occasionally aggressive to one of them. He sprays in the house, which has recently escalated again to about once a day. He's been checked by the vet several times and no issues could be found. We've seen 2 behaviourists and made a few changes as a result, but have never resolved the issue. The result is an upset cat and an upset us. Can totally understand and resonate with that. And I'm so sorry to hear, Amanda, that you guys are all going through this, because it's not just the cat, it is the humans and the other cats in the home. You know, it affects everybody. So let's connect with him and see what he has to say. Okay. Okay, so he's talking. So I do communication and chakra sensing. The first thing he said to me is, there's so much noise, there's so much chaos. I feel so discombobulated, disoriented, exactly like this. Like there feels like there's so much going on around him, which is contrary to the picture, which looks lovely and zen. That's not how he feels. Like his nervous system inside is activated and elevated. There's just so much to feel. Oh. It's really hard to actually feel him, because it's almost like there is like energy moving like all around. There is just so much around him, and I don't mean like the people. I mean, and energetically, it's like he's a sponge, and actually, like it's the sponge that is almost like rock hard, because it's just full. It's just absolutely full of energy. He doesn't know how to get it out. Oh. So his root chakra feels like this big. His root chakra feels so tiny, like he feels ungrounded. So the root chakra is about feeling safe in the environment. I don't mean safe from like abuse or bad things. I mean secure, safe and secure in the environment. And if for him, because there feels like there's so much going on, his root chakra doesn't feel very balanced. So I'd think about red straight away. We'll come on to this at the end because there's more coming through. This is like a bloody marathon. His solar plexus is massive. Like it feels like it's like this big. There is so much emotion, so much energy there. So we need to bring that down. Right. here's a few things. So first of all, citrine for his stomach. And I'm talking like a small piece, a small round piece, or not necessarily like round spheric, like a sphere, but polished, like a tumble piece, not like this, not a pointer, because the energy is more concentrated. So we need a piece of citrine that's tumbled and a really pale yellow, really, really pale color. So not the bright orange that normally you can get with citrine. Sometimes you can get them and they are quite, the color varies. So he needs a piece of citrine for his tummy, which needs to be put on the floor for him to go near. There's also something about red. Right, so I was going to suggest red fabric, and actually what he shared with me is that he needs a red mat under his food. So there is something about changing the energy and frequency of his food. This doesn't make sense to me logically, but I'm going to just share with you what he's saying. So there is something about putting red, like a piece of red paper, under his food, under his bowl, because it changes the frequency of his food. And when he puts the food in his body, it will calm his solar plexus. Now, if you think about the solar plexus, it's the start of the digestive system, right? Because it's the tummy, it's the stomach, and the top of the intestines. So what he's sharing that he needs, which makes no sense to me as a practitioner, or a therapist that I do that use these modalities, but for Bassett, what he needs is the food that goes into his body to have this grounding frequency, to have this balanced, like rooted frequency that he needs to put in his body. That's the only way I can explain it. So for him, that's what he needs. The frequency needs to go into the food and then into his tummy. And I wouldn't be surprised if you get the citrine and he lies his tummy on it. He puts his tummy on it. He lies across it. I'd also think about, if you're going to get a piece of citrine, it's going to be quite small. Be mindful not to leave him in a what's the word? Unattended with it. And also, I would think about trying to change the colors around him. So the thing that he sat on here, beautiful. He needs more he needs more white, more neutral fabric. So the thing with I can't get my words out. His energy is just like, for him, there is something about simplicity. Now, with white fabric, white has all the colors of the rainbow, right? So it's a very kind of calming frequency. Get a white pillowcase, put the citrine in the middle, and see what he does, right? Both on the floor. Have a think about what else is in his environment and how can you make it simple, right? It's not just about calming him. It's about how can you make it simple? How can you decompress the clutter and the energy and the busy and the chaos and the crazy for him? Because there is something connected with him where his root chakra is feeling small because he's not having this security. And I wonder whether you've got much of a routine in the house or whether that's changed recently. Has there been something in the home that has meant that things have gone a little bit crazy chaos, as they do, right? As they do for all of us. Things happen, circumstances change, life gets in the way. But there is something for him around feeling grounded that goes into his body and shifts his energy that way. Yeah. I've just asked him if there's anything else that he needs, and he can't decide. He can't pick up on anything else. And actually, it's fascinating because it feels like the comments are going really, 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 really quick online for me, and that's not the case. I'm looking at his picture, and all I can feel is this busy, crazy energy. So no real changes, but we have 4 cats. Yeah. Amanda, I would really consider having a chakra cleanse for him, because I'll be honest with you, the longer I'm connected with him now, the more my stomach is my tummy's feeling more and more bloated, and because there's just so much energy, and it's hard to connect with him because it feels like there's distractions all around. And what I don't want to do is unground him anymore. So what I would say, It sounds right. I don't know what to do them either. Yeah, there is. I think there's real merit in considering having a chakra cleanse with him, because what happens with that is it's one-on-one. It's just him and I, and then it's just you and I, right? So I tell you what the feedback is. I can work with all his chakras. Right now, I can't balance his energy because I feel like I've got 50 people in this room with me, right? I feel like they're all trying to talk at me. That's how his energy feels. It's really quite unsettling for him, obviously for me, but for him. So I would recommend a chakra cleanse to give him balance through each of the 7 chakras. There is something for him as well about having some peace and finding that peace, but I can't create that for him now. So I'll get my assistant to give you the information for a chakra cleanse and see if you've got the capacity to take that forward for him. I do believe that you've had the medical side of it checked out. Great, brilliant. You've got behaviorist in. Great, brilliant. The next step is energy. It's energy and emotions, right? They've got to be balanced and they've got to be shifted. So I'd really recommend taking that next step with him. Let me just check in before I wrap it up. No. Oh, no. So now it's going up to his throat, and again, he just kind of feels unsettled, and it actually feels like 1 minute it's really big, the next minute it's really small. So if you think about like a fairground, you've got all the different rides that give you different experiences. That's what's going on in his body right now. So that's why he's unpredictable and he's reactive, and he's got this kind of problem behavior. I don't like that term, but it's kind of what we use when we're dealing with this kind of stuff. It's because he needs to find some balance. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Unless, Pam, there's anything else that you wanted to add, I will come off mute and you can either add to Bassett or do the next.
Okay, that was cool. I didn't pick up anything because I was so entranced in what you were saying. I'm sure we're just all like glued, like, what? So I don't have the picture. If you can pull up a picture. And for, let's see which kitty it was, Amber from Christine, then I can look at that. So give her just a second. She's going to pull this up. So this is sweet little Amber. Okay, so this kitty was submitted by Christine. And basically she seems to, okay, Amber is, there are 3 cats in the home and Amber is one of them. She seems to seek out the other sister, Smokey, and give her grief, even outside when there's plenty of room to roam around. So she's just wanting to figure out what's causing the rift between them, because Amber doesn't act this way with her other brother, Onyx. So that being said, I'm sensing, obviously there's some kind of disresonance when they don't get along like that. It could be some kind of, I think cats are telepathic with each other. They have these conversations that we don't know anything about a lot of times, and it might appear that everything is fine, but there's little telltales that we don't see, that we're not aware of, when cats aren't getting along like this. So apparently there's some kind of disresonance. I'm sensing anger. I'm sensing frustration and resentment from her. So I'm wondering if jealousy is popping into my head. Is there a chance that Christine, does she get jealous of time that you spend with the other 2 cats? Do you see any kind of behavior like that, because it's just like this little download into my head. I'm seeing resentment and jealousy. So I think there might be some kind of something that somebody's getting attention and she's not appreciating that somehow. So let me see what else we can go with her. Yeah, there's definitely some jealousy and some anger. So if it were my cat, what I would do is I would spend some extra time with her, one-on-one confidence building sessions, go into a room by herself with you, with the wand toy, and do a play session. Spend 15, 20 minutes with her by herself and give her some one-on-one time. There's also, when we have cats that are not, I'm going to call them unhappy, right? Because they're jealous. They're just kind of in a funky, pissy mood, whatever. Colors like yellow and orange are really uplifting and they can help to shift that energy. So you may want to experiment with the colors, orange and yellow, and then give her some one-on-one time, because somehow it's a jealousy thing with Smokey. So we have to figure out, this is something you can do just by sitting and observing how you're interacting with her. And when you're interacting with Smokey, how is she acting? How does she, give you that evil look? Or that, does she leave the room? What is she doing when you're giving attention to Smokey? Because there's something in that. There's a jealousy thing. So that's a lot of times why cats get angry and go after each other, or have this disresonance between them, this block of connection. It's basic emotions like that. So if we can help her, number one, feel equally loved with the attention that she wants, and maybe when you're giving attention to Smokey, don't do it in front of her. So maybe that needs to be one-on-one time as well. There are also flower essences that you can try that help calm everybody and help everybody get along. One that is popping into my head is called Quaking Grass. I'm sure you can look it up online, but it's called Quaking Grass. It helps people get along. It helps blend personalities and all of that. And then the other one would be, I'm thinking aspen, possibly aspen. Beech and chicory are also popping into my head, and beech and chicory are like for jealousy and controlling and things like that. So you may want to look at trying some not essential oils, but essential oils might be good. Julian may know of some. But happy, things are going to boost her energetically. Let's see. Is there a comment here? Okay. So ironically, she came out to my work building this morning looking for love. She's never done this. Okay. So I think she's trying to show you that, we call it like an emotional love tank. Her love tank might be feeling a little bit low. So let's see what we can do to build her emotional love tank a little bit. I love that she's seeking you out. That's awesome. That's a sign that she really needs your connection, your one-on-one. So that's what I would recommend. So colors, some cheerful yellow, orange, one-on-one play sessions with you. Spend some extra time with her because she feels a little resentful and jealous of Smokey. So that's kind of what the download is that I'm getting right now. Julianne, anything on your side? Okay. All right. I will pass it back.
Right, so I was just quickly checking my emails whilst Pam was doing that, and I've heard back from Sandra, who is on Facebook. She's just having problems commenting, so I'm going to go and do her as my last one. Who is with Maya. Okay. So just to say before I get into it, I'm going to reiterate what we said at the beginning. Okay, it's really important for you guys to be live if you submit your cat, and we don't generally do it off the cuff. So we notify everybody once a month that we're going to go live. We give you the date, we give you the Google form. So I've seen a couple of comments saying that people didn't know how to submit their cat. So you need to join our mailing list. Go to my website, naturallycats.co.uk, or Purrrfectly Holistic, Purrr. Purrrfectlyholistic.com. Yep, and sign up to Pam's newsletter. Both of us sent out a link every month to the Google form for you to submit your cat. The reason that we do that is because we need to know a bit of information. We also need your permission to share their photos. We need to know it's the guardian that we're dealing with and that you're asking for insights into your cat. So we can't do it for third parties. We do not prescribe or recommend medications. And we need you guys to be here. Okay. You, Pam and I, given up our time to be with you, to help and to be of service. And we ask that you be the same. You be here to receive our insights. So we don't take private messages. We do it all so that everybody's got a fair chance of getting their cat, getting the chance for their cat to be worked with. So let me get the next one up. Oh dear. I always got on my pictures. It was Maya. Yeah. Okay. So this is Maya. So Sandra, if you're here and able to comment now, if you've sorted it out, please let me know. If not, I will go ahead. Okay, brilliant. So she's on the session, but she's just not able to comment. Brilliant. Okay, Sandra. Well, let's sort you now, my love. I'm sorry you've had to wait, but we didn't think you were here because you weren't able to comment. So let's have a look and see what Maya's got to say. Ooh, let me read the blurb. Hang on. Where's the blurb? So Maya lost her sister in January and now she's by herself. I want to know how to support her. She's 16 years old and healthy except for some kidney disease. Well, that's amazing. I'd just like to say 16 years old and a little bit of kidney disease. That is great going, Sandra. So really, really a good job. Good for you and good for beautiful Maya as well. So let's see. Oh, she says, I feel so much love for her. She means you, Sandra. Oh. She said, I have moments. Oh, itchy eye. She said, I have moments when I'm unpredictable, but that's because I'm sassy. I've never heard a cat say that before. Oh. She says, I know my mind. I know who I am. It's fascinating. Her energy is like she stood like a superhero, like really like bold and brave, and like she is just so confident in who she is. It's really interesting. Okay, so I've just asked her if she misses her sister. Where's my note gone? Yeah, she's by herself. It's really interesting. I asked if she misses her sister, and she said she's obviously quite a wise soul because she said life is eternal. So she's very aware that the physical body is gone, but like the essence of her sister is still there, still connected, still present, still around you, still connected with you, Sandra. So I appreciate you are still grieving, probably, I would imagine. Maya's not, I wouldn't have said she's necessarily grieving. She's very aware that there are cycles, and it's not like she doesn't care or she's not grieving. That's not the way cats work. But Maya is such a like an elevated, that's not the right word. She's such a wise, doesn't really cover it either. I can't think what the right word is. She's so awakened as a soul that she realizes that the physical body is temporary. So when it goes, when it passes, when it changes, when things die, she knows that, you know, she's experienced this before in previous lives. So she's like, almost like, well, of course she died. Of course it ended. Of course the physical body expired, you know? So it's almost like she's very accepting of it. You know, she's very peaceful actually about it. And I know that's not necessarily something that we always associate with death and with grief. But for Maya, there is this real sense of peace from her about the situation and about what happened. So I've just asked her, like, what could you do? Did you say to me, what can I do? I want to know how to support her. She says to me to look at yourself, to let your heart heal. So I wonder what happened with the situation when her sister passed. If you've got grief or guilt around that, I would really think about how you can shift that, how you can express that. Because for her, for Maya, she said to me right at the beginning, you know, I have so much love for her, and she means for you, Sandra, that she wants you to feel love and to kind of find this peace that she is already feeling about the change of circumstance, about the change of situation. Does that make sense? Huh. I said, is there any color or crystals that you need? And she sort of smirked, and she was like, all the colors and the crystals don't matter. The only thing that heals is love. The only thing that that brings connection and helps me to thrive is love. So what I would say for you, Sandra, and this is going to sound perhaps a little cheesy, but it's be present with her. Talk to her. Share, like we said for the First Lady, share how you feel. Like we can't dismiss how powerful our words are. We can't dismiss how the strength of our intuition and our intention, you know. So when we spend time with the cat, when we sit with them, when we put our phones to one side and we turn the TV off and we look at them, we just look at them and you talk to them, you know, and you feel them. I don't mean stroking them, but you just be present with them. That is so powerful. And I mean, like, so powerful, just as powerful as a crystal, just as powerful as a piece of color. Like, we are forgetting that we're always in the doing. And I am guilty of that too. You know, what color can I put down? What herbs can I give my boys? You know, I connect Pam, like, what can I do to help? We need to remember, and this I think is Maya's lesson, Maya's wisdom, is there isn't a thing to do for her, Sandra. It's about you being present with her. And whilst she is in physical form, truly appreciating that, you know, finding gratitude in the physical relationship that you have, if you have one, finding gratitude that she eats her food, that she nourishes her body, that she takes her medication, that she's with you. Like, just being grateful that she's with you. That is one of the things she wants you to do for her. Like, the things to do, she's almost like, you know, give yourself a break. It's not about the stuff. It's about the being, you know, it's not the doing, it's the being. And she's very clear, like, I don't need the stuff. I just need you to feel. I need you to love and accept where we are, what we've gone through. And that's it. That's all she needs, you know? So that may sound like a bit like, oh, there isn't anything to do, but actually the things that she needs from you are probably harder than some of the others, but they will give her the biggest amount of peace and love, and that is exactly what she needs. So talk to her, tell her how you feel, tell her what's going on for you. Talk about what happened with her sister, you know, speak to her like she's a human, express yourself to her, because and then I never thought I'd say this, she can hold the space for you. She is really ready to just receive you. And that is something that will light her up. That is something that she will find joy and comfort and peace in, because the soul that is in Maya, crikey, it's not a young soul. It's very wise, and she's very content and comfortable in who she is. So yeah. She just said to me, you described that beautifully. Well, thank you. So I'm going to end it there. She says to me, I've got so much more to share. There should be a show just for me. Okay, that's funny. That is funny. So this is what I mean. Like, she's still got this sense of like, you know, I could talk all night, and it's not like an ego thing. It's just like a regal, like, let's share the wisdom. Let's speak to the world, you know. So speak to her, Sandra. Tell her what's going on for you, and if you're ever interested in having a communication session with her, I would love to do that. I think that would be fascinating. So with the cat communication session with me, you get to ask 8 questions. And I work like I've just done now with a photo of the cat, and I give you the answers on a Zoom call. So if you'd like to know more from her or ask her more questions, let me know. I think she's got more to say, but I'm going to leave it there. So I'll pass back to Pam.
That was awesome. I love it when these wise souls come in, you know, and they have so much to share. It's so cool. What I thought I would do to kind of wrap things up is to just pull a card. And again, these are spirit cat cards from Love and Above Cat Club, just to see, for everyone who's watching here today, is there a message from the universe that we need to get, you know, as cat parents, as cat lovers? Is there, you know, what does the universe want to share with us today as we kind of close things out? So I am pulling a card with that intention, and let's see what they have to share. Huh. Oh, this is great. This one is called Patience. Patience. So let me read this for you. Excuse the glasses. Okay, this is Meet Snugglepuff. She transmutes our restless urgency and "are we there yet" complaints into an appreciation of what is right now. Let go of everything that will come after this moment and have faith that you are exactly where you need to be. Draw a circle around the present moment and relax into it with Snugglepuff curled up on your lap. Sometimes we need to be at our destination right now, but there is so much to be learned and discovered right here where we are. Let's be patient with ourselves, our loved ones, and the world around us. There is time. So that's pretty wise. Thank you, universe, for that message. We can always be reminded to just sit and be patient and be present, right? Because the world around us is just going at 90 miles an hour, and we can get so caught up into that energy instead of really taking the time to be present and sit, just like Julian was saying about Maya. You know, let's connect. Let's connect from our hearts. Let's connect with love, and just be there, be present. You know, our cats don't live forever, and we don't live forever, but you will never regret spending a moment, those moments in your life with your cats, and truly, truly connecting. So, and, you know, if anything, you know, at the end of our cats' lives, we probably wish we had done that more, right? So if you've ever lost a cat, we always think, gosh, I wish I had just spent more time with you. So let's take that message today and just make a commitment to spend time, be present, connect with our hearts, and enjoy this beautiful relationship that we share with our cats, right? So with that, we are going to close it up. We so appreciate you guys being here for Energy Insights, and we'll be back next month for more fun and excitement. So in the meantime, you can follow Julianne at naturallycats.co.uk. You can follow me at purrrfectlyholistic.com, and all of our social platforms on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. So, and be sure to join our mailing list. So some of you guys wanted to have your cat submitted. You have to be on our mailing list to get the notices as when those go out, so that you are sent, you have the links to the form, and you know when those are activated, so you can go in and sign up. So until then, we send you lots of love from the bottom of our hearts, and we will see you guys again next month. So have a wonderful rest of your day, everybody.